Right, you'll be able to hear me now. I'm out of control today. Right. How we're doing? Firstly, let's get this mic sorted. Sorry about this. Right. That's the first job done. Sorry, there was probably horrendous noise. I've done everything wrong this morning. Getting up with excitement because of the guitar. First thing was... well, the thing that got right is I had everything I thought set up in time, but what I didn't do is plug my mic in, so that's one thing. And then the other thing is that I went live unlisted, so technically I was on time, but completely late. But here I am. How did that sound? Did that sound all right? Hi, Arched Axiom, how you doing? Sunburst, hi. Hi, Sunburst. Blend89, hi. How's it going? Right, how does it feel? It feels amazing. Now, for something that is completely different, right, you can really see this neck. So this is like, for me, the thing that's absolutely fascinating, right, is this neck. Can you see the contours of this neck? And you've probably heard about this endure neck. So this is like there to follow your thumb. It's brilliant. But it's great either side of the fretboard. Like if I get over here to do bends, I've got enough leverage to bend, which is great because it keeps my hand in almost a shredding position. So that's pretty cool. So when I'm doing wider stretches, I find that I'm a little bit under this bit. Like there, you see how round that is? There's like total access right up the whole fretboard. Quite amazing. It's like this roasted maple neck. So the endure neck is brilliant, and so I only got it yesterday, took it to Thomas's to do the unboxing, played it then, so that was the first real sort of like well no, actually I did, like months and months ago, I did play one of his guitars on a live stream and it was pretty good. But then, having not had the pressure of being videoed and just being able to like sit here in the comfort of my own home and play, like getting used to this guitar, even though this neck is totally different, took minutes. Well, you can see I'm up and running, playing. I mean, my hands are cold, it's cold in here, and I've got my hot water bottle, trying to keep it in the same colour range as the guitar. And I've got my hot water bottle to heat my hands. But yeah, apart from that, having cold hands, this guitar is absolutely amazing. So the other thing is you probably noticed the other big deal for me on this, which is everything about this guitar, but the things that really jump out is we've got the multi-scale frets as well. Now the multi-scale frets, perfect, really, for me, because I do a lot of that kind of double barring thing. And you can see it nicely fits the natural angle of your hand. So I'm not fighting the frets. It's like brilliant. So it's perfect for that. Other thing about how's the tilt arc trem, brilliant. So that's really good. I've had that on the go. Different tension on it to what I'm used to, but feels great. Camera goes wild, doesn't it? So yeah, the tilt arc trem, here it is, very nice. We'll get that into shape in a minute. We'll do some wild tremoloing, I would imagine. So yeah, the multi-scale thing's really good. So so I can feel the different tension. There's like more tension on the lower strings, less on the higher. But just the perfect amount of tension. Great for legato. So the action, so the Strandberg set this up, and the setup's really good. The other interesting thing is I haven't actually tuned it since it's come out of the box. So I haven't tuned this. This is actually tuned from the factory. I never tuned it last night. I've never tuned it this morning. I didn't tune it at Thomas's. And apart from some minor tweaking, we're in tune. It's like quite incredible. Does it feel more comfortable with that trem? Yes, everything about this guitar feels more comfortable. Like everything about it, really. So enduro neck, multi-scale, really like those things on the playing side, massively helping me. Just the guitars, like this, it's not a barrier. Other things that are really interesting is we've got a different seating position. So we've got this position now, which I'm not used to yet, but very nice. I was sitting on the sofa, relaxing, playing in this position. Very nice. And it's designed, you know, you can stick it on, well, they say, yeah, it's very nice on that leg. So you've got different legs to go, different stretch positions. So, because as you know, I've got a few issues with my arms, which is like in physio, but sorted. It doesn't affect me playing. But if I get, you know, if you get a bit achy, this guitar's perfectly ergonomically designed to, you know, you can stick it on this leg. I mean, that feels really good because you've got these two cuts and the guitar feels nicely in there. I do like this position too. Sometimes I perform in this position, very rare. But this position's great for when you want to just look at your picking technique and see down this way on the guitar. You can really see quite easily what's going on. But so now there's like 3 different situations. I can sit like that, I can sit like that, and I can sit like that, and I can sit like that. Which is great, being able to move about. You're going to play more, you know. This guitar's very light, it's chambered as well. It's like, yeah. And it's Swamp Bash. Can't beat a bit of Swamp Bash. That's what I used to have on my Kiesels. Swamp Bash. What an experience. It is like nothing like I've ever played, to be fair. It frees the left hand, yeah. But I'll tell you what else frees the left hand is just actually relaxing your shoulder. Like I think like a lot of us guitarists play with a lot of tension in the shoulder, and like I do have to remind myself to just drop it. Does that ridge? No, surprisingly, the ridge doesn't make me feel. I've not been conscious about where my thumb is, right? Unless I've gone, where's my thumb? And then, oh right, wow, it's down here, it's over here, you know, and like, oh wow, the ridge is like here, and my thumb's there, you know, like if but in terms of just getting on and playing it, I've never, you know, I've never thought about it. That's the weird thing. I haven't really thought about like, hold on a minute, this is like multi-scale as a different experience that you might find a little bit confusing at first. That's not been the case. It hasn't really affected how I visually see the fretboard. Pretty wild, I must admit, you know. I mean, that's incredible, right? Absolutely love the feel of doing legato. That's just like left hand only. Now to do something like that, this run, I have to be warmed up to do that. Let me just go on here straight away and do it. This all feels great. I'm just leaping about this fretboard. This is so cool. All right. Are they the same pubs as more cleaner tone? Maybe the newness. These are different pickups, right? So then we can move on to that. You see, I was waiting for the question. So we'll have a look at this body. So these pickups are Fishman, and you'll notice they've got the little Strandberg star there. So these pickups were designed for this guitar. Now that's very novel, isn't it? So designed to sound amazing in this. And weirdly enough, as you know, I really like the Fishman pickups, and my favourite ones were the McLaughlin, which I would have on a 5-way switch with splits, and this is pretty much the same configuration. So with this, you've got a 5-way switch, and we've got the push-pull. So that comes up and you get a different profile. So I think the way that they designed it is sort of like that, is more kind of my kind of fusiony rock sort of vibe. And then when you pull it out, if I remember rightly, that's more for your kind of metal. It's more mid-rangey. I don't know what these are. These are just Fishman, but designed for this guitar. That's it. It's like, I don't know what they're a blend of. They're a thing of themselves. Like everything about this guitar, I can't. Apart from it's like obviously got a guitar-ish shaped body and a neck. That's about it. You know, it's like everything. When you get into the finer details of this guitar, everything has been tweaked, done, rethought, remodeled. I mean, just like, it's amazing because I suppose with guitars there's this tradition of like how a guitar should be, how it should look, and how it should feel even. But I think just like with this guitar's been designed purely so you can play the thing, you know, and get the best out of yourself. And that's what I'm finding. I mean, I can't believe that literally this came in a box the other day. I got it out, did one lick at Thomas's, and then literally played it for hardly any time yesterday, and now I'm here quite confidently doing a performance in front of you guys, and like none of this is an issue. I'm not thinking, I'm not used to this. I'm absolutely fully enjoying the experience of this. You just want to pick this up all the time. And that's the thing, isn't it? Just like wanting to be able to pick it. And I'll tell you another good thing that I really like about like Strandberg is like other people getting the Strandberg, right? It's a little bit more democratized because you know, I think the problem with the brand I was with before is it was a custom shop. You had to wait for your guitar for like 3 to 4 months. And you know, you didn't get to like try it out. You didn't know what you were getting, and the entry point of getting one is quite expensive, you know. Whereas like Strandberg now, like, you know, you can go to a shop, you can try one out, you can play it, which is amazing, like the guitar that's in a shop, and you can get a feel for one and see if you like it, and then if you like one, you can pick one up for, you know, you see them on the site, what, like $1,000. You can get the Essential for $1,000, which has the Endure neck and the same feel as this. And I think that's just amazing. So, you know, if you know, that's a big plus. So other people, you know, it's not necessarily going to totally smash your bank account, but you can get a high quality guitar and you can have this amazing modern guitar experience. Yeah, it's fairly priced, you know, and it's, I just think that's amazing. I think it's amazing now that like people on the stream don't necessarily have to dream about getting a similar guitar. You know, you can go and get one. You can buy one now. They're there. You could buy one second hand if you want. You could buy one new. They're not massively expensive. And to be fair, right, if you're sitting and playing and you want to get good, something like that Essential model is like perfect, because you know that you've got something that you can feel confident in putting in the, you know, your time and energy. I think that's like one of the biggest problems for guitarists, and actually just any music producers as well, is we do have this fear about, look, I want to invest my time and I want to guarantee that basically I'm not going to waste my time, and that's a big issue, isn't it? If I learn this technique, will it give me X? You know, there's always an uncertain future kind of around that, because it's down to you. But actually, one of the things that can be certain is the thing that you've got, the physical thing that isn't going to change, is up to the job, and these are definitely up to the job. You look like the singer of Def Leppard. Really? Oh, that's the way I've got my hair today. All right. Thank you, Hankuna, for the heads up that I look like the singer out of Def Leppard. You might find he's a little bit older than me. That's the other thing. Maybe I need more beauty light. There we go. How about that? I was hoping I looked like myself. New Guitar Day, absolutely. But yes, this is an absolute weapon. Keep the questions coming in. Obviously, if there's something I'm playing and you're interested in, and were those lights by the trem? No, it's just the lights where they're kind of flickering off it. Right. What else we got? D Lydian. Let's try D Lydian. What's that? That's like F sharp minor to me, isn't it? That sounds good. Yes, it's the same setup. Yes, success. I'm enjoying the sustain. It's got some octavator. Let's have some more likes. Hit the like button. Well, that's interesting. Oh, we'll play that track. Sounds good. Right. Yes. So, doesn't it? So Rob, this is. I'm playing this through Nunchuck, and I'm just using my wide preset. So that's what I use for the live. So anybody who has Nunchuck will have exactly the same guitar lead tone as me. How do I get faster and more solo-y with my pentatonics? I always go too slow when I'm using backing tracks, and my hammer-ons are bad. I always feel like I have no sustain at all. Well, I would have to see what you're doing on the guitar, because there are a number of factors there. But there's no harm in playing slow to a backing track, because you want to work on your timing, and I do this all the time. Like, I play like really slow, like quarter notes of a backing track, especially with when you're doing legato, when you're doing hammer-ons and pull-offs. Actually, to do the technique slow is a lot harder, I think, to master, because you've got to really think about joining all the notes together. So actually playing it slow. I mean, one thing I do to kind of speed my pentatonic soloing up is I tend to go for 3 notes per string, and I configure basically my pentatonic scale as a what you would call a 3-1-3 position. So I'll just give you maybe one position here. So I quite like to teach an E minor when I'm on a live stream, less to think about for me. So this would be a typical way that I would do something to get a bit of speed. Okay, now what I'm doing there is I'm looking at the pentatonic scale, and what I'm doing is moving one of the notes. I'm moving this 3rd note and I'm dropping it over here on this 5th string. So actually what you get is this 3-1-3 combination. And you can do this all legato. So we've got, we're on the 7th fret, 5th string, we've got our finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, and we've got 1 with the 2nd finger, and we've got 1, 2, 4 on the next string, then we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a little arpeggio thing, isn't it? Now what we can do here is you can start playing this slowly. I'll just nip back to this E minor. So it's always good to put like a backing track on. By the way, the picking here is I'm almost sweeping through this whole thing, so if you watch this hand. all you want to do is get it to sound good slow. Maybe do little solos. And then we can up the ante here, as to say, and have no hand. This is really good for practicing muting. Okay, can you move it up on the fretboard? Yes, you can. So there we've got, that's like the first position starting on the fifth string, but we've got all 5 positions. Now this position's handy. So this is your first position. So you can combine the 2 notes per string with this pattern. So, back to this. So what I'm practicing there is the tone of my pick, because I want that unhalterous sound. I want to try and my best to disguise that picking sound, which means learning to pick really light. Camera's going over there. So there's, there's some ideas that you can do. Guitar limpers, yeah. Does my guitar and amp affect sustain, or is it just my playing? I'm pretty new and not well educated in some sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, like when I'm addressing any problems, right, it's never the gear I look at. okay? If I want sustain, I'll practice sustain, because they say tone comes from your hands, and this is absolutely true. So when I'm not playing like this guitar, and I'm doing my regular job, which is being a therapeutic musician, I'm on my kind of very average acoustic guitar, which does have light strings and a lowish action. But I'm able to, it's quite compatible actually in terms of me playing that and then jumping on an acoustic guitar. I can transition between the two things quite easily, between an acoustic and electric. If I want more sustain or more accuracy on my legato, it's always back on that acoustic guitar, and I'll do micro practices around that. So the first port of call really is when it's, is it your sustain, is just see how much sustain you can get out of the guitar. Not plugged in. Now, one cool thing to do is there's the spectrum morphology of sound, right? And thinking about like how sound moves over time. So when we're talking about sustained notes, this is something you can really get into. Really study the sound of that note, the attack of your pick. And then how that sound breaks up. There my noise gate's kicking in. A therapeutic musician it's a bit like a music therapist, except I focus in on the vocation as opposed to the psychology side. So yeah, getting sustained from your hands. Yeah, it's cutting off here. I've got my noise gate set really low. What can you do to stop other strings from ringing out? Okay, so this is the other part of legato that's as important as the legato itself, is how you actually stop the thing. Yes, Strandberg. Hi, Des. Good to see you here. Oh, Des will be going back to doing some recording of guitars soon, so you're probably going to need your quality control officer hat on. Des is the guitar quality control guy here for when I'm recording guitars, to make sure all of my takes are good. Des, this is an amazing experience on this guitar. All right. But it's great. The Strandberg's brilliant. Okay, so we've got, so practicing noiseless legato is as important as the legato itself. And I suppose in a nutshell, what you're trying to do is with this hand, you're muting all the lower strings, and with this hand, you're muting, with this first finger, you're muting all the ones below. Except if I go through, say, a C major scale, and I'm going to do this with not this hand, right? I'm not going to use the right hand. So C major scale, 3 notes, right? So what's happening there, we'll do this hand first and then we'll whiz into what this is muting. So the first thing to remember is to get this first finger accurate, so you can start the scale off. And when you go to the next string, what's going to happen here is we're going to end up double muting, is every string I go to, the tip of my first finger mutes the string above it. So you have to practice being able to do a hammer and just be able to kind of brush that string, the 6th string, without actually being able to trigger it, set it off. So we'll have a look at the other hand. Now what this hand's doing is it's just slightly rolling over the strings, muting them as I go up, right? There you go. It's utterly amazing. It is absolutely utterly amazing guitar, Des. So yes, everybody. Des also has the same guitar as this, but in red, isn't it? Or the same one. Hi, Danny. Not bad. G minor's not really my key, to be fair. Hi Danny, how you doing? Congratulations with that monster. Looks good on you. Thank you. There we go. What a guitar. Doesn't that look so cool? I love the neck. Just another look at that. That neck's... Like, it's really weird because I don't notice when I'm playing, I just don't notice the angles. I don't notice the angles at all. Yeah, I'm just like warming these hands. I need to play every single fret on the guitar. Actually, Des, you know my secret influence, which isn't a secret influence, Alan Murphy. It's so whenever I watch Alan Murphy, especially when I'm doing legato and whammy bar stuff, it's so similar, isn't it? It's like a kind of, I'm like a sped up version of him. Like some of my playing, and it's really weird because he's an influence where I was briefly really into like what he was doing, and I remember asking my guitar teacher, is it the Don't Look Down guitar solo with the... I can't remember what it is, but I know it starts on like it's an A minor thing. Yeah, and then it was just, I mean, that's all I needed to know, because then I was thinking, right, well, if we're taking an E minor, like my teacher was just saying like, oh, he just plays like the pentatonic scale with wide intervals in a really weird way, and I thought, oh, well, that's enough to go off with a whammy bar, so... You know, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? I'm sure I've seen him do almost 3-1-3 stuff. But no, but yes, the sped up version of Alan Murphy. But what an amazing player he was. Like, he was like, it's a shame that he died, isn't it, really? Because, I mean, it's a shame anybody dies. Because you can only imagine, like, what he would have been doing now. But I bet he was highly influenced by, because where that playing's coming from, because I know I was like, well, where did he get his influences from? And you were like, Des, you were like, probably Alan Holdsworth. But then at the time, my recollection of Alan Holdsworth was just wild sort of, yeah, the legato thing was similar, but then Alan's playing all these like kind of crazy outside stuff. But then I discovered UK, and then there's that In the Dead of Night solo, and I thought, right, that's that. When I heard the In the Dead of Night solo, suddenly there was lots of 80s players that I could think of that will have been listening to that solo, and being highly influenced by it, Eddie Van Halen being one of them. You know, the slow. What was that? I mean, UK would have been late 70s. I don't think it was even 80s, was it? To be fair. That was fun, wasn't it? Oh, thank you, Des. Stunning playing. My God, that's massive. Oh, thanks, Des. So actually, everybody, you'll have to check out Des's guitar channel because there's some great resources there. So I've probably told the story of when I struggled with hybrid picking. Des has some very useful hybrid picking lessons on his channel, and along with Brett Garstard's book on hybrid picking, which I've got down there somewhere, Des was a good resource. So I would check his channel out as well to bolster what I've been saying about hybrid picking. Because it's good, it helped me out. I had, like, when I started doing hybrid picking, it took, 3 attempts. It took 3 attempts, I think about 3 attempts, to do it, where I started, stopped, started and stopped, and Des's channel helped me to continue. So, you know. So I'm glad you've appeared, Des, because I actually forgot about that. You always remind me of my influence, Alan Murphy. It's cool to have like a weird sort of, like, I do think it's quite cool to have a little obscure guitar influence like Alan Murphy, because like the thing is about him, sorry to go on about him, like, who's heard of him? Nobody. But he was like a go-to session player for like all of these 80s bands that I used to watch when I was a little kid on the Pop channel. Yeah. Thank you. So do like the channel. I've got a few tweaks to do. Because, like, honestly, today I was so excited about the Strandberg. I forgot to put my mic on. There was probably loads of noise on the recording. What else did I do? There was like loads of things. I then went live but unlisted because I'd gone unlisted before testing some stuff. Yes, I'd be interested to know what CDs you've got, if there's anything I haven't heard, because I only just go off YouTube. Yeah, I'd have to have a look at Alan. When did I get the book? I got it yesterday. So what happened is it was delivered. What was Thursday? It was delivered Wednesday afternoon, but I didn't get out the box. And then I went to Thomas's so he could help me do the unboxing. So Thomas kindly helped me. Because again, like you, Des, he has to do the health and safety. Because I remember when we were doing an unboxing with the scissors and I nearly sliced my hand off. And he was like, "Why are you holding your scissors wrong? You could have cut yourself." So no, Thomas did the film, and I did the unboxing yesterday. I literally played one lick on it, took it home, played it a little bit last night, not long, because it was late when I got in, and then just immediately after that, playing it, I thought, well, that's enough playing. I get the idea. Let's go live, and I put in a live for today because I thought, what a great way to get used to a new guitar, play it live. So really you're seeing me play this. Well, this is the first performance really, apart from that little fiddly twiddle thing I did like yesterday, my standard preset shred lick. This has been it. So I mean, it's remarkable like how easy this is to play. I mean, literally, you've watched me in real time get used to a new guitar. And it's incredible. And it's like me and it have been friends for a long time. But we haven't. I've only known this guitar for hours. Oh yes, Enzo's very good as well. You have to check Enzo's live channel out. So Rick Randstrom, I'll have to see. All right, I'll have to check him out. If you heard that, that's like, I don't know if you can hear that over the mic, but that's like super resonant. Yeah, Des is absolutely loving his Strandberg. But Des, you've got some other nice guitars as well. Do you just play the Strandberg all the time? Because I'm off to work now and I'm going to be playing my C-shaped acoustic guitar. And I'm going to be playing a C-shape for the rest of the day and I'm going to be like, oh my God. Dreaming about playing this. But it's, you know, I can't like, yeah. That's the thing with Strandberg, is that they're like the whole kind of manifesto is to encourage people to play more and to be healthy and to not be injured. And this guitar's like about ergonomics, you know. And as you know, I don't like to put too much effort into my guitar playing. I like to be, and I mean in the best possible way, I like to be as economical as possible. So I must admit, you know, I feel supported by playing this. So I can't say enough good things about it. But it's time for me to go and play an acoustic guitar for the next 4 hours, 3 hours, and then I can come back and. But I'm working from home later, so. After that, I can play some more. It's, well, yeah. I mean, luckily for me, it doesn't affect my guitar playing. Yeah, it's like really good, isn't it? It's like the thought of everything. You know, and it's I love the way it looks, and it's not, you know. I like the way All has just redesigned the guitar, you know. It's a very, very brave, courageous move, you know. That's brilliant. Hi, Frost. So, guys, I'm going to head off now. One other thing is, I'm actually not drinking today. Was powered by mushroom tea, so I'm drinking lion's mane tea, which also might be why I'm playing like really fast as well. But more of that later. It does apparently improve brain function. All right, guys. So that's me done for today. I will see you on the. Oh, I'm live with Thomas, so there's going to be double Strandberg trouble on Saturday night. So I think he might have done a thumbnail last night, but check Thomas's channel out. We are definitely live on Saturday, and Monday I'm going to be next week I'm going to be playing as much as I possibly can live in front of you guys. All right then, mushroom tea, yeah. Catch you later.